Alright, sorry for the abrupt ending to last video. This is Flying MacGuffin with Let's Play Crusader Kings. We had an interesting end to the last update. We've had a call to pick up the Crusade, and I chose to pick the Crusade up. But I've decided that going after Antioch itself would probably be a bad idea. Mostly because of the fact that we have so little leeway in the amount of prestige we can do. And because for prestige purposes and reputation purposes, it would be better to take these than to take those. We would get a higher piety boost, and we wouldn't take a penalty for having crusade expectations if we did this. But we'd have a disconnected part of our empire that would take a long time to get the crown for. And also there are several regions in the kingdom of Syria that are controlled by people we don't want to mess with right now, namely the Turks and the Emirate of Edessa. The Emirate of Edessa is actually probably less powerful than the Sheikhdom of Damascus here, or the Emirate of Damascus, but they don't have the people beating on their doors right now to do that. There's also Scotland here. There's a part of the Duchy of Apulia and the Kingdom of Sicily, who are our allies. And basically we'd have to get... okay, they're part of Castile. We'd have to get a good proportion of things that are not actually part of our intended target to get things done. So we're going to focus on obtaining the crown of Nubia before doing anything else. What that'll do for us is, well, first of all, it'll give us another crown. Second of all, it'll give us these two provinces. They're both of which are already converted to an acceptable religion, at least. It'll give us part of what we need for Cairo, and then we'll need these three later. And basically it'll make it so that only we and Venice are part of Egypt. We eventually do want to take control of the rest of these provinces, but we don't have the prestige to do that yet. They're going to cost probably 400 to 700 prestige for each of these provinces. I haven't actually checked, and we only have 500, so we'd maybe get one at least. We'd probably get about maybe 50 prestige, depending on how much prestige these people have, for taking the provinces with a complete victory, meaning completing the siege and all that. You get less prestige if you don't actually go that far. And we would get a 250 prestige bonus for completing the crown. We already have claims on both of these, so we don't have to worry about reputation hits from that. But our reputation is at 1.2, which means if we get 6 for these for taking them in aggression, we get, I believe, 1 for each of these. So maybe, no, I think it's 6. So that would be 12. So that's 1.2 plus 1.2 is 2.4. We're not quite ready to do that yet. We want to amass a bit of gold to do that. We probably have enough guys just in our Nubian provinces in Giza to take control. Another thing I've kind of discovered is that I've been missing some of the subtleties of conversion, a cultural conversion. One of which is that I've been completely ignoring the burghers who give a bonus to the conversion. So basically what I want to do is I want to give at least 40% to each of these. And if we have the power for the peasants at less than 5%, it gives us another bonus. So yeah, this is how we want it. We're gonna get revolts, but frankly, we want revolts because that actually speeds it up too. We actually want to change pretty much all of this to be like that. At least the ones that we really want to be converted, which is basically these three here, and maybe Giza. This is kind of the opposite of the religious conversion, because the religious conversion thing is clergy and peasants. So, and it gives a bonus for churches and a penalty for things like that. What we also want to do is we want to change our laws. I'm just going to leave Alexandria like that before, and the next time I cut it, I'll switch all that. I don't want to do all that micromanagement on screen. This is fine, but we want to be in royal prerogative. Now, this is going to make our vassals kind of angry, but I think we have enough clout with them that it's not going to matter. Yeah, 6.9, that's a lot. And 10, so yeah, we got more than enough loyalty with them, at least for now, to switch to royal prerogative. And we are allowed to do that. We can't change that for 5 years, but hopefully we get a change in that time. So we're going to change that. Or can we? Change to royal prerogative. Enact. Okay. We didn't get any pop-ups saying that our vassals are disloyal. We also want to be in regal supremacy, which will also do that. Like I said, the opposite of what we want to do for religious conversion. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the ones that are converted to Catholic, because they're the only ones worth trying for conversion, and I'm going to change all of them to be like this. I might change it so that the clergy loyalty is lower and the peasant loyalty is higher, because they both have the same penalty, and peasants are harder to get loyalty for, especially since we have our church donations as high as we can get them. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back and kind of show what I've done. Okay, I've done all that over here, and as you can see, I've actually taken one of our original provinces from the Archbishop of the Breton March. I did this because while it takes away the bonus we get for having the capital in the province we want to convert, it is a bigger bonus to have one of the native provinces under your control to do it. I gotta fix their sliders a bit. Because I don't know, for various reasons that is the case. I had to give him a little bit of money to raise him to 100% so that he wouldn't have a problem with it. He still doesn't have a problem with it. I might have lost a little bit of piety, but we kind of have to do that. He's a loyalist, so his stuff is going to go up anyway, so I'm not worried about him. Apparently this person is... oh, it's his vassal. Okay, never mind. So, basically, if this doesn't change to be our capital, because we have the Kingdom of Egypt, it might not... I'm not sure about the mechanics of it, though. I wasn't even sure that my little gamble doing that would work. And it didn't, so... because this is our best province, and because we have the crown of it, our capital is still in Alexandria. So that's excellent. Basically, we've got the highest set of modifiers we could possibly get at this point in time without having a ship here. Yeah. I'm going to build a royal post and a castle and a library and all that stuff here, just so when I give this set back off, it'll be nice. I'm just doing this. I eventually am going to give it back to them, so I'm not really worried about that. So I'm going to get up to about 400 gold, like I said, and I don't know if I said that, but that was what I'm thinking. To capture this province, and I might just go straight into this province after that, just to maximize the amount of prestige gain that I will net. I don't know. Think about it. I did take a reputation hit, as you can see, from taking that province away, but it's only like 0.2, so I don't really care. So I'm going to let the game run until I'm about 400 gold, and just kind of see what happens there. Okay, I had a game crash, and my capital actually did move, which is okay. chance for something bad to happen. You encounter a great boar while hunting. We can combat alone. Get 25 prestige. A 33% chance of getting valorous. A 33% chance of getting reckless, which we already are. And a 20% chance of getting severely wounded and a 5% chance we die. That's a bit too high. We can wait for the marshal, get a 5% chance of getting prestige, or 5 prestige, 15% chance of getting modest, a 10% chance of getting coward, which is bad, a 5% chance of getting wise, which I've established is also bad for a silly reason, and a 10% chance of getting severely wounded, and the same chance we die. Or we can let it go, lose 5 prestige, a 20% chance of getting merciful, which we already have, a 10% chance of getting coward, and a 5% chance of getting lazy. Well, we don't want our king to die, so we're gonna let it go. We don't lose anything but the prestige, so that's good. And we are friends with the Seljuk Turks. This is hilarious. That is all. It's unfortunate that our capital moved, but the game crashed. I really couldn't do anything about it. I pretty much save after every time I cut the game because of this. My computer's not that great, so the game crashes every so often. It's a pretty buggy game, so that's the kind of thing you can expect to happen. This might cause problems with our Egyptian provinces because our capital's no longer here, but because I have the king title, it shouldn't be that bad. If it gets to the point where I'm having more problems with the Egyptian provinces than anything else, I'll probably just give the province back so our capital moves again. It's just kind of a hassle that way. So back to our original plans. Alright, we have a chance to marry another person off. This is Marzine. This is, I believe, the second son of Francis. I was wrong in saying that Yosin is, or I think it was him, but Sigahelm is his firstborn. Anyway, we have a chance to marry Marzine off, and he's our nephew, and he's going to be a part of the branch of whatever dukedom Francis eventually gets, or he might end up being the duke. So we want him to marry him to a Breton girl, if we can. If not, we'll marry him to someone who has good stats, and he is in love with this girl, but we've already married her off to somebody in Turkland, Batum of Amisos. So we can't do that. When you marry Muslims off, you still get the bonus to prestige, but they won't ask you unless your relation's like +0. Anyway. There's no real reason to deny them. It's a way to get Muslims out of your court. They won't ask if they're Christians. So, in any case, we're going to open the ledger and look that up a bride for him. All right, we couldn't find a Breton girl, but we found a nice French girl with a good intrigue. So we made her our spy master. She's gaining loyalty. Good stats. She's definitely an upgrade for our spy master. And she's 16, and she's got some siblings. So I don't see any problems with any of this. And she's got another sibling on the way. So this looks like a good situation. She does have a friend, but he's over in Italy, so we don't really have to worry about that. So back to trying to get 400 gold. Take our provinces. This is an odd bug. Marzine here has got 2 education traits. He doesn't actually get them, but what happens is this one overrides that one, so he becomes a scholarly theologian, which means he's pretty good. Because we're in royal prerogative, we can make him our diocese bishop without having to worry about the Pope overriding us, because we're in regal supremacy is actually what it's called. So that's nice.